I'm hitting go live. And we're live. Hi, everyone.
Hi, everybody.
It's nice to be here tonight. I'm Susan, and I'm here with Philip Shope, who is our instructor for the whole course. We're going to get into all of that in just a minute, but there's a couple things we just need to go over first, and I have to tell you something. We're going to keep our fingers crossed because I'm actually running this stream and my computer network is a little wonky, which is why Rowan normally does this, but he's working tonight. So he's not here. I'm hoping we don't get lagging or even worse, booted off. So I feel somehow that we should just be talking fast and making sure that we get all the information out there. Tonight we're going to be talking about the current whole class, which is the Worldwide Hyperion Online Learning. This OBS
Oh no.
booted us. Yep, already. OBS booted us. So hang on. I hit go live, and I'm on YouTube, and we're going to see if it goes through. I don't know. It's still streaming on YouTube, but oh, JS is so cute. What's OBS and why did it boot these beautiful minds? Yeah, I'm very frustrated because I'm very frustrated with my internet provider. I think it's streaming. I think we're okay. Are we back? We're back.
They say they hear us and they see us.
Okay, so I'm just came good. Quiet though. Turn up. Okay. Hi, Angela. I'm gonna start quickly saying hi to people because we have information we have. No, we're still connected as far as OBS. OBS is the software for streaming to JS, I think asked. Okay, so hopefully it's buffering again. Yeah, that's so annoying. It's not letting you send a super chat. I'm so sorry. Yeah, Angela, it's choppy. I really apologize for that. I think what we should do, Philip, is just really try to get the information out for the next hi She-Wolf, for the next session. So we were gonna go into comments and say hi, but I'm afraid to do that because I really want to talk about the details of the new course, and then hopefully we can talk about other ones. Hopefully maybe YouTube or whatever my connection is will be okay. It just needs to make it for like an hour. Can it please do that? Carry on. Okay. So we kind of had discussed how we were going to go through a flow on this. I want to throw that out the door, Philip, because what I really want to do is just talk about the fact that we just finished session 9, which was wonderful, and what one of the things we really want to talk about. And next, this coming Sunday is session 10. But first, I know I said it very quickly in the beginning, but I was very distracted. The course that we're talking about, it was called W.H.O.L.E, for Worldwide Hyperion Online Learning Experience. It's a 10 set. Well, Philip, why don't you do it? Why don't you just quickly give the info, because you're the one who knows.
Right. Well, the actual course itself is 10 sessions. And so we're almost to the end of this current course and we're setting up for the next course. So that's kind of what we wanted to discuss here today. And so we have a little bit of information to share with you guys. And fortunately for the next course, we're going to be offering it to more participants. So for this current course that is almost over, we only kind of opened it up for a very limited number of participants. And we are happy to say that in the next course, we will be opening that up to more people. So you can look forward to that. And also the dates for the next course will be from 4/17 to 7/17. So it's a 3-month span, and there is a couple of breaks in there, but we have a lot of new information to roll out to you guys. And also the enrollment for the next course is open this Friday. And so we will be posting a link to that that you can look forward to.
Yeah, so the enrollment happens on the Hyperian Source website, and we already have a section called Education. If you click in there, you'll see a little blurb about the course, and then there's a link that takes you to the actual course information and the enrollment form, and that should be live with all the information this Friday. We just have to get our Carrie, who is our computer guru, to get that set up. And thank you,
Right.
Jamie, or James. James is one of our participants in the first course, and he said it has been an amazing course. Phil and Susan, you guys are amazing instructors. Oh well, I
That's
don't
so
get.
nice.
It's very nice. I don't get the credit for being the instructor. I'm just the admin advisor. Philip does all the work, and I am going to be giving some, Philip's going to want to run away because I'm going to be giving some glowing reports because I've been sitting in on, I think I've missed 1 or 2 sessions, but sitting in on the sessions, and this last one we just had was really great. I enjoyed it tremendously. So let's just go back to a little bit more. Oh, there's Carrie. Blue Sybil,
Hi,
hi.
Carrie.
And I also saw Jewel is in. So we have 2 mods in here.
And I
And
also saw Morg. Hello, Morg.
oh, is Morgan here too? Oh, hi,
Yeah.
Morg. I want to say hi to everybody so bad because I always
Yeah.
start off with that, and people were saying hi to me. And Anticrisis has been a member for 4 months, reasonably sure. I'm not dreaming at the moment. Oh, that's awesome. I want to thank everybody who super chats and also becomes a channel member, because I love seeing the green names. It's awesome. And we really, really appreciate the support. And I'm just going to throw this out there. If you are a channel member, you get access to our secret stream, which happens at the end, right after our last live stream of every month, the last Wednesday of every month. And we had a really fun, fantastic secret for last month. It was our first one, and everybody who came offered such good suggestions for upcoming videos, and we had a wonderful time interacting. So that just is a little blurb on that, but let's get back to our course. So
Yeah. One more thing I wanted to say about the course is another big aspect of the course is the participants. And so it's all focused around the participants and you learning to become more whole, integrating this information. So at the end of every course, if you pass the attendance requirements, you will get one of these beautiful completion certificates signed by me and mailed to you. And in the enrollment form on the Hyperion Source website, there will be a section for you to put your mailing address so that we will be able to send those to you. And I'll hold it up again just so you can see it again. Those are really beautiful. And everybody who passes the participation requirements will get one of those.
we're in love with the certificates. Philip worked a long time on that, and then just actually getting them printed and ready to be sent out to the first course participants who meet the requirements. Hi, Morg, and thank you for your super chat. He said, shout out to Phil and
Thank
Susan
you,
for
Morg.
creating this course. Yes, as everybody knows who has been around and watched the first live stream we did on this course, this is my baby, and Philip has brought it to life. So I couldn't have asked for a better instructor, and sitting in and seeing how Philip interacts with everybody is amazing. And more on that in a little bit. I think we should just finish some of the other details. And don't worry if you miss it. I mean, rewatch this, and but we'll also be posting all of this information if you miss how to sign up. And we're going to be getting into a lot more details about the course itself, and then on to what we talked about in the last session, which was really, really fun. So the registration deadline, I don't know if we mentioned that, but it's March 31st. So hopefully opening this Friday through the 31st, which is more time than last time. You get more time to enroll. We are, as Philip said, taking more participants. And I'm going to get into the reasons for that, and probably this is a good time to do that. We have added a $20 fee for the entire course, not per session or anything, just for the entire course, $20. And it's one of the reasons is because of that gorgeous certificate, which we decided people, yes, there it is. And Philip has to, has to mail those out and, just to cover those costs. But we did discuss a couple of things involved in a fee for it. One of them is we absolutely didn't want to make it cost prohibitive. So we didn't want to go somewhere like the $60, $70 range for a course, because we wanted to make it affordable for everybody. So that's why we left it at 20, which is like $2 a session, which is, I know it's kind of crazy, but one of the reasons why is I and the rest of the team, this Philip is not part of it, but the Hyperian Source has taken over the whole course under our umbrella. So when I was meeting with the rest of the team for the Hyperian Source, we really thought Philip deserved to get some compensation for this. The amount of time.
Thank you for that.
Well, you totally deserve it. I mean, from what I've witnessed and what you offer and the quality of what you offer, absolutely. So, from the fee, Philip will be able to get compensated for his time, and then there'll be some administration stuff. So anyway, we're putting that in, and we do have a PayPal. It's easy to do it. That's going to happen on the registration enrollment form online, and we'll make sure we get you guys that link. But one of the other things we ran into with enrollment was that for all sorts of valid reasons, some people can't always make it. So what happened was we ended up with fewer people in some different classes. Sometimes we had quite a few, and sometimes we only had a few, and we realized we can handle a lot more. So by upping the registration and having, 20, maybe even 25 people allowed in the class, if somebody's absent here or there, it's not going to disrupt anything. Philip has developed a really good system for how to interact so that people aren't talking at the same time, and it's worked really well. So Philip delivers information for a bit. Everybody's mic is muted, and then people just raise their hand when they want to say something or ask a question, and it's worked really well. We also, by the way, had no problem having people on their phones, and sometimes they have better quality on their phones. So you can you don't have to have a computer set up. You just need to be able to have a video, and even sometimes people's videos weren't working, and as long as they could hear and be able to speak and ask questions, that was good. But video is nicer. We can all see each other. So I think that with those kind of improvements, the quality of the class is going to go up even more. And just one more thing that's kind of on the list of things to let you know, everybody who does sign up gets either a yes, you've been accepted, like there's room, or you get put on a wait list. So either way, you will hear back, and make sure you check your spam folder. And the enrollment deadline is March 31st. As I said, and the emails will go out on April 1st.
And if somebody who has enrolled either drops out or can't make it, we will contact you, and you will be brought into the course.
Yeah, absolutely. So, and also just on those beautiful certificates, the only requirement is that you attend 8 of the 10 sessions. So if you're signing up, the dates will be there. Please look at the dates, make sure that you can make at least 8 of them. We know things pop up in people's lives. They may think they can make all of them, and then some kind of a, little minor emergency or something happens and you can't make it. You don't have to tell Philip. It's a very easy system now. You just don't come. You don't have to say why. That's your business. We're all adults, but you do have to make 8 of the sessions in order to qualify for the certificate. And I think I said before, if you don't, and you've already missed 3, still come. You've still given your $20. You still come for the course. So I think that is, I did that really fast. Let me know if you have
Yeah.
questions. We are going to go in and look at questions. Hi, Elise. Yeah,
Well, one more good
JS.
thing
Yeah,
to mention,
yeah.
even if you do miss a session, every session is recorded and those recordings are provided. So you will still be able to watch what you have missed
Oh,
and catch up.
absolutely. Yes, yes. The recordings are only for class members. So you don't have to worry about the rest of the world watching. It's just you and your class members who have access to those videos. And we've had the students who go back and do that. Oh, there's James. Philip does an amazing job. He's answered all of my questions and I've learned a lot from him. The course is worth it, guys. On a side note, can you post a link in the comments to become a member of the channel? Oh,
Thank you for that wonderful super chat.
that was so kind of you. And to become a member of the channel, I think you just look down under comments and you hit the no, you close the chat and look, and it says join channel. And
Yeah.
we have 3 levels, and all 3 of those levels get you access to our secret meetings. Which
And I just want to say, we've had a lot of great participants, and over the entirety of the course, there's been some great questions brought up and great discussions and interactions that we've had between them. And that's kind of really why I'm so passionate about the course. That's the opportunity that you guys have when you sign up for this course, is to have me as your live instructor, that we can interact and discuss the material. So thank you for that really nice comment, James.
yeah, it's been so incredible to see the interactions. And one of the things that I have to say, but I'm going to stop and say hi, Warlock, member for 4 months.
Hi.
And you've got tonight off. It's so nice to see you. And yes, Philip is here, and we really appreciate it. And if for anybody who has not, kind of interacted with Philip, or he's one of our moderators, one of Morg's moderators, and he's very,
And
very,
JS Clay always says,
yeah,
hashtag Shope is dope.
yeah. And that's how you remember how to pronounce your name too. At least that's
Yeah.
how I remember. So, hello to everybody else who's coming in. Hang on. I'm just like, hi, Warlock. I wasn't caught up on all of the comments. Oh, wow. Okay. There's a lot of helloing going on. So hi, the Epsilon Blue. And hi to anybody I missed. Starry Nebula. Normally I go through, I'm just too nervous right now. We want to make sure we get the information out. So one of the things that I noticed in this course, and I know we're hopping around on the things that we're talking about, but one of the things that I noticed sitting in on it was how I was really impressed with how prepared everybody was. And everybody was a little bit on the quieter side. So one of the things that happens is, if nobody volunteers an answer, because there are questions, there are review questions, there are comprehension questions that come after the watching a video or reading material for every week. So there's work that you have to do, obviously. And I'm always impressed that if Philip calls on somebody, because nobody nobody volunteered, although people have been very good about volunteering quite often. But I've noticed that if you ask somebody, they look at their notes and they come up with the answer. Like it's impressive how everybody does the
a lot
work.
of great note taking.
So much, yeah. And that when people do that, you know that they're learning, because they're writing stuff down. They're not just watching it and then coming to class. And I think that that's I was just very impressed with how every single time people, even when they're volunteering answers, they're looking at their notes and they're like, this is what I got. And I love it when people ask questions. And I know, Philip, that is something that you really enjoy.
Speaking of questions, I see Scorpy just asked an important one, and that is, what time are the classes? So every one of the classes is at 7 p.m. Eastern time, and that is on Sundays. And when you enroll in the course, I will have all of the dates posted in the information channel of the Academy, which is where it takes place on Discord, and also on the enrollment form or the education page. All of those dates will be posted, but it is at 7 p.m. Eastern time.
Yeah, and we blocked off. I'm in Eastern time, and I blocked off from 7 until 9. And I think the first one went about that, but it depends on how much information people have. Hi, Monday Monad. Hi, Jan.
Hi,
Janet,
Jan.
Jan is another one of our moderators. It's nice to see you. And did I say hi to you, Cassidy? Um, I will show you. I will show you my coca in a bit. But um, what was I saying? I get thrown off so easily. Hi, Crystal. Quokka, yeah. Hi, Melinda. I miss saying hi to everybody.
Hi, John. I see you
Hi,
asked
Ren.
how you'll be able to sign up. There will be a link to the education page on the Hyperion Source website, and that's how you will be able to enroll for the class.
There's Satrina. Hi. And that's Trina from our class. Satrina.
Yeah, hi,
Yeah.
Katrina.
Another one of our participants. And and again, one always has notes, always has done the homework, always has done the material, and it's really good to see that. Is Cynthia in here? There's She Wolf again. Hello.
Hi, She-Wolf.
Hi, Randall. So okay, some more information. I think now it would be a good time to review what we actually really wanted to talk about tonight too, because we had such a good session this last Sunday, and I really enjoyed it. I was so happy I made that one, and it was on dreaming and lucid dreaming, and I know people love this subject, and you could tell by the session, and it was a lot of fun. So Philip, you should do a recap on what the information was. Hi, Randall.
So I just wanted to say, I think it was one of the most fun sessions that we've had so far out of the course. And there was a lot of great questions and discussions and interactions. And so I do want to recap a little bit on the material for those who aren't familiar, because I know a lot of this material can be kind of new. And so most of the material is drawn from Morg's YouTube and the Hyperion Source YouTube. And so Morg's YouTube is @MorgOfficial.
Okay, I'm hitting go live again. Okay. Hopefully, let's go back and see if it picks up. I think it did.
Oh, it did pick up.
Good. Okay.
Okay.
I don't
just carrying on. I was about to recap what we talked about in our last session, which was session 9, about dreams and lucid dreaming. And so first we talked about the 4 stages of dreaming and what each of those stages entails. So the first stage of dreaming and dreams is consciousness, schemas, and the unconscious. And so this level is constructed from information from both your conscious and personal unconscious. So information that is included in this phase of dreaming is usually aspects of your waking world, such as people and places that you have a connection with, but it can also show you information from your personal unconscious that resides in your mind that you may not be consciously aware of. So that can be a memory that you've forgotten about, or stresses and anxieties that you aren't really aware of. And another aspect of this dream level is the interaction of what's called schemas, which are a set of attributes that you give to a certain concept. So a good example is perhaps when you think of like a doctor, you might think of a white lab coat or health or a doctor's office, etc. So all of those are examples of the schema of doctor that you have in your mind. And so those schemas are automatically generated by the mind, and they can kind of jump from concept to concept, such as dreaming of the doctor's office, and then the schema of maybe the office provokes thoughts of the receptionist or a computer. So the first phase of dreaming is kind of fleeting and mostly superficial, and there aren't usually a lot of deeply symbolic things happening, but that doesn't mean that you can't learn anything from this level. So this level can highlight certain things that are going on in your life that you perhaps need to pay more attention to. And then moving on, we get into the second dream level, and that is the deep personal unconscious. So the deep personal unconscious level deals with information that is part of your deep personal unconscious, and it can include parts of your shadow self that maybe you have repressed and you're not consciously aware of. So dreams in the second phase, they're more highly symbolic and highly archetypal, but each of those each of those archetypes are represented by things in your life. And as Morg said in one of his videos, they are clothed in your personal unconscious. So at the second level of dreaming, most of the things that appear are representations of your own psyche. And a dream about your mother may actually represent the motherly side of you. And so a dream about a child crying may actually represent your own inner child that perhaps isn't getting enough attention or nurture. So the dreams at this level will be pushing you towards unity and maybe kind of symbolically showing you the different parts of your psyche that are fractured and need to be integrated in order to become whole. So then we have the third level, and that is the human collective unconscious. So the difference between the second and third phase of dreaming is that at this level, there will be less references to your personal unconscious. So that means that you will meet highly archetypal characters that you've never met before, and that can be a wizard, and you can experience exotic locations that maybe you're unfamiliar with, like a castle. So at this level, the symbols and archetypal patterns that you experience take on the clothing of human motifs and symbols and narratives that have been generated over thousands of years and reside in the collective unconscious. So they're a little bit less personal compared to the dream level number two. So the dreams of this level will be really meaningful and vastly memorable, and they'll stick with you for a long time period. So it's important to reflect on them and analyze that imagery and contemplate how they may be showing you something that you need to understand in order to become more whole. And lastly, we have the fourth dream level, and that is the universal collective unconscious. So this phase of dreaming can be really hard to describe, and a lot of people find that very few manage to get to this level. So this level will be an experience of archetypal patterns that are no longer clothed through either your personal experiences or the experiences of humanity. So the experiences at this level can take on a form of otherness or seem alien like or show pure mathematical patterns and fractals and shapes changing. So this level will almost seem like you're having communication with like an intelligence and can feel like a psychedelic DMT trip. And so at this level, you are experiencing archetypal patterns at their full otherness, and they may not even feel like you're having a dream. So when you awake, you may even still have closed eye visuals as you experience different mathematical patterns changing. And that's kind of a brief cap on the four levels of dreams. And so we also had to discuss what lucid dreams are. And that's a really popular topic that comes up a lot. A lot of people ask questions about lucid dreams. And lucid dreaming is when we manage to become conscious within our dreams and we can exert control over our personal dream content. So, lucid dreaming is an important tool that we can use in order to evolve our consciousness and grow and increase our power and understand existence. And so, through lucid dreaming, we can explore our own minds, understand existence better, and also integrate important aspects of our own unconscious into consciousness. And that's kind of what lucid dreams are about. And so, this was one of my favorite sessions that we had through the whole course because it's so interesting to discuss these topics, and a lot of great questions were brought up. And we also talked about different aids for lucid dreaming. So there's quite a few, but just to kind of briefly cap on those, we talked about understanding lucid dreaming. So in order to have a lucid dream, you have to be aware of what they are and how they can benefit us. And you can't really start becoming awake in your dreams if you don't realize why you aren't awake in your dreams. So it's also important to understand and realize that when you're dreaming, your memory and your rationality are impaired. So since your memory and rationality are impaired, it's difficult for you to remember or make the judgment that strange things may be occurring in your dreams that aren't normal. And I know in one of Morg's videos, he talked about a rabbit breathing fire. You know, that's not quite normal. So the first step of lucid dreaming is to understand lucid dreaming is important so that you can realize that your rationality and memory are impaired and bring those faculties back into functionality. And that will aid you in your lucid dreaming. And another aid for lucid dreaming is performing reality checks. So if you noticed on our thumbnail for the video today, we have the little Mickey Mouse hands with the guy putting his finger through his hand. That is one reality check that you can perform. So to perform a reality check, you can either look at your hands and think to yourself, am I dreaming? And then look around and try to critically analyze if you are indeed dreaming. So you can check to make sure that everything makes sense and things seem normal. You can also plug your nose and attempt to breathe in, or you can try the finger through your hand, like I said. So this kind of seems silly, but it will aid you in realizing that you are dreaming when you are actually dreaming and help you to become lucid. So these reality checks, they should be done multiple times a day with that critical intent and not done just kind of absent-mindedly. And that's how you will perform them in a dream if you do them absent-mindedly. So if you do that with critical intent, you will have a greater chance of becoming lucid. So another great aid is you should start a dream journal. This is my dream journal that I use personally. And so, in order to remember your dream content, you should record those dreams so that you can analyze and reflect on that content. And you should consider getting a dream journal to record your dreams every day. And when you record your dreams in a dream journal, it gives you the unconscious communication to your mind that the dream content is important and that you want to remember it. And so when you record your dreams, you will dream more often, they will be more vivid, and you will be able to access the deeper dream levels like we talked about just a little bit ago. So you want to make sure that you write in your journal every day, even if you don't remember your dreams. And so if that's the case, you should write, I didn't remember my dreams today. Don't write, I had no dreams, because we always dream. We just may not always remember those dreams. And so another great aid is visualizations. And the importance of the visualizations is to set the intention for the lucid dream. So before you go to sleep, you should set the intention of having a lucid dream. And you can do that by laying in bed with your eyes shut and repeating in your mind, I will remember I'm dreaming. I will remember I'm dreaming. So in your mind, you imagine yourself having a dream and looking at your hands and performing those reality checks and asking yourself, am I dreaming? Am I doing reality checks? So if you imagine the reality check working and realizing that you are dreaming and becoming excited that you are lucid in a dream, that will aid you the more you do it. And you should do this over and over again as you fall asleep. So like I said, the importance of the visualizations is to set the intention. And so the last aid that we have is the wake up back to bed method. And so this method is important for lucid dreams to set up the most optimal conditions for lucid dreaming. And so the most rich and vivid dreams occur during REM sleep, which takes place about 4 to 5 hours into your sleep. And that can usually happen in the second level of dreaming. So you should set an alarm to go off about 4 to 5 hours after you go to sleep. And when the alarm wakes you up, you should take maybe 15 to 20 or 30 minutes to do some, to do some light activity and kind of briefly activate your mind again. And you can do that by reading or watching a video. You just don't want to like work out or do anything too strenuous so that you won't be able to fall asleep again. So then after the 15 or 30 minutes have passed and you've done that light activity, you could lay down and start to go to sleep again, but do those visualizations and remember to lucid dream. And so this will put you in the right mindset, the right intent, right at the most vivid stage of REM sleep to maximize your chances of having a lucid dream. So I know I've gone on for just a little bit, but I kind of wanted to highlight some of the great material that we've been covering in our course. And so I thought the last session that we had was absolutely great. We had so many great questions, interactions, and discussions. And I love when participants feel comfortable to ask questions. And that's one of my main goals for the course, is to kind of create that open and welcoming environment. And so I've been really passionate about this course. And that's part of my main goal, is to make sure that people can get the clarity on the material.
That was so well done, Philip. And I have to just tell you, I've been keeping an eye on the comments, and so many comments have been about how wonderful you are presenting the material. Morg even said this is a great summary. And I know we have super chats to get to, but somebody, I think it was JS, actually said, is this a sample of what the course is like? Yeah. And you know what? Yes, that's what this was. You get you just got to see
a brief summary.
Yeah, but no, you missed the point, Philip. This was a sample of getting to see what Philip is like in action. And yes, it was some of the material, but people are talking about how well you present the information. And so this is why I rave about Philip, because look at you're getting flames. Philip is
Thank
awesome.
you so much, everybody.
Yeah. This is what I see every time I go to a session. This was actually showing you what you're going to get. if you sign up for this course. And somebody said, yes, I need more of this in my life. Yes, you do, because you're going to get this kind of information. And then there's review questions. It's so well designed. The flow is amazing. There's never a dull moment in the class. Nothing is boring. It's handled so well in terms of Philip is, and I know again, Philip, I'm sorry you have to listen to this, but Philip is so good at making sure that everybody feels included, that everybody has a chance to talk. He's very, very on top of the class itself, doesn't just sort of go into a mindless lecture and not pay attention. Very, very attentive and very eager to provide the information that you all want. It's exactly what I wanted in an instructor, and we're hoping to get more instructors. I mean, we will at some point, but yes, Jamie, he is amazing. And
thank you so much, everybody. Everybody's making such nice comments, and thank you for those super chats. Those are great.
Okay, so we got super chats and we got new members. So thank you, Cynthia. Yeah, see the flame. That's for you, Philip.
Yeah, thank you so much,
and
Cynthia.
Shadow. Thank you so much, Shadow. Really appreciate it. And we got a new wavelet, and I tried to say hello and welcome, but I couldn't at you. But welcome, and I think it's Kochi Alio, and welcome to being a member. Welcome to our channel, and you'll be able to come to our secret meetings. And Morg said, very well explained. It was so good. You got. Kai said you were amazing, and hi Linda.
Thank you so much, everybody. And thank you for coming to the live stream too. It's great to have everybody here. Yes. I see a lot of people that we see quite a bit, and a few new people.
Yeah, and Linda, I think, had said, yes, first time you could make it here. I'm so glad. I was trying to type, but I also didn't. Cassie said she could hear me typing, so then I was trying to mute myself. I didn't want to take anything away from what you were saying, because that was so good. Such a good read. Oh, another one from Shadow. Thank you so much. Oh, Linda said, I had a very lucid dream about someone I am trying to recruit as I saw him on this site. Oh, I dreamt I was at a party in his house. Maybe I will run into him, as he definitely could spread the word. Hey, that's wonderful. That's good work. This is how I discovered Philip, because he was constantly talking about who he was, spreading Hyperianism to, and I was really impressed with that. So everybody who helps do that. Everybody who helps to do that helps all of us. So now that you gave that amazing recap of the kind of coverage in the course, and also to get everybody on the same page with the subject matter, why don't you go into a little bit more detail, because we seem to be okay with the stream, and we have some time. This last session, the one that we just had, there was some good questions, and it was really fun. I know people love this, and people are talking about lucid dreaming in here. Let us know, by the way, in the comments, if you've had a lucid dream. I think everybody who was present in the class had, I think one of the participants was like this, a little, but everybody seemed to be very interested in doing it or had it. So this is one of my favorite subjects too. And I think having a discussion about it is fun. But talk about what you enjoyed in this last session.
Well, the biggest part that I enjoyed is everybody felt comfortable asking questions. And I think we had the most questions in this last session than through any point throughout the course. And so I know one person asked about waking up from a dream and then going back to sleep and continuing the same dream in a different period of sleep. And so we get into a lot of different things. And, like I said before, lucid dreaming is such an important topic. It's a popular topic, and it comes up quite a bit. And I enjoy talking about it, and the participants seem to enjoy talking about it. And it seemed like everybody had a really great grasp on it. And that's one great thing to highlight, is everybody had their notes They had everything written down that they wanted to include and bring up to the course. And so, yeah, I just really enjoy teaching the course and getting to discuss all of these things with the participants. And so that's why I hope more people will sign up for the next course.
Yeah, and I hope that there's even more of the kind of dynamic that happened in this last session, because that was really a joy to see. What I had hoped for this class, this course, was that it would be for people who wanted to know more about Hyperianism. And again, Hyperianism is a really complicated subject. So to learn all about the system, it's hard to do on your own. And here you have access to somebody who can answer your questions, who can help to clarify things. If you don't think you're visualizing something properly, you can ask, and people do. But I think I was hoping or expecting there to be a lot more of that. And the participants in this class have been wonderful. They're really great people. And again, they were very attentive to the material and did all the work, which is impressive, because you do expect people to sign up for it and just kind of wander in and not really have done the work. And they did, with all the notes, with all the note taking, and really having absorbed the material. I think that there's still some degree of hesitancy to ask a question that they might have. And I think that the reason that people did for this one is because it's a topic that people are very curious about. And it's kind of hard to ask a stupid question when it's about dreams and interpretation and things like that. It's I think, a little safer topic. But I think anybody who is considering signing up should also really come with the idea, and especially if you've just seen Philip in action, come with the knowledge that you can pretty much ask anything about an aspect of Hyperianism that you are not clear on, and you want some more detail, because Philip is just, you're so accommodating and kind, and just you make everybody feel so included. And also, Philip thanks people for contributing their thoughts. You never feel like you're being brushed off. It's really, what I do is I don't even let them bother to try to reconnect. I just end it and go back. So now it says that there's an excellent connection. So I'm confused.
Okay, it looks like it reconnected for me.
Yeah, on YouTube it says there's an excellent connection, but on OBS it said it disconnected again. So I think we're back on. I'm sorry, I apologize. It's all my fault. But anyway, back to the, yes, I know it's buffering, Elise. I'm sorry. But anyway, okay, yes, it's buffering. I'm sorry. Hopefully we're back. Okay, it's back. All right, I want to go back up and let's just thank Elise for the super chat. Thank you so much, Elise. Okay, so John said has had many, but it's been a long time since you can remember having one. These are the answers on to who's had lucid dreaming. Great. Donnie Alexander said have lucid dreams aplenty most recently. Burr? Was it cold? Is that what that means? Ren said, Renaissance Fairy said, I lucid dream off. Oh, that's awesome. The Epsilon Blue said, I've continued the same dream after waking for a few minutes a couple of times. I've had that happen, and one of the things that I told the class on Sunday was that once, just once, I had a dream, woke up, got out of bed, went through my whole day, went back to bed, and I picked up where I left off. And the next day I was really surprised. I was really astounded that it just, something that, whatever that dream was, wanted me, it was important, and it wanted me to remember that. But that was the only time that ever happened. Starry Nebula. I'm going to cough. Philip, you're on your own.
Yeah. Susan will be right back with us just a moment. But I just want to take another moment to thank everybody for all those really nice comments, because this class has been a passion of mine. And one thing that I forgot to mention is I do have two main goals for this actual course. So the first one, like what we were talking about, is to create that open and welcoming and interactive environment where everybody can feel comfortable to ask questions and clarification on the material. But also, I want to give participants information that will take them forward, and the opportunity to complete this course and walk away with a basic understanding of the general principles of Hyperionism. So at the end of the course, everybody who passes the participation requirements will get one of these beautiful completion certificates. I just have to show that off again, just in case anybody in the beginning missed that. And those will be personally signed by me and personalized to you and sent out in the mail. And so you will see a section on the enrollment form for your address for eventually when you do sign up, if you choose to. And I think Susan's back with us.
I'm back. Sorry about that. Well done.
That's all right.
Well done. I said if the quote comes up, you're on your own. You're going to have to do it. So that was really good.
Yeah.
Yeah, and the certificates are lovely. I have to say they are really nice. Yes, every time I mention it, there we go. But it's definitely. Oh, okay. Now it's telling me YouTube isn't getting enough information. I don't know. Hang on. I don't know. I hope we're still live. You're not receiving. Oh, that was probably so. That was the error from before. Geez, where's Rowan when you need him? Okay, so I'm looking at some more. I see. Yes, Quokka. Oh, Anticrisis came in with something. Hang on. Anticrisis said, "Buffer the Video Slayer Assassination Fund." Buffer the Video Slayer Assassination. I liked that show. I have to admit, that was a good show. But thank you for the super chat.
Yeah, thank you.
Sorry for the buffering. I'm sorry. Let me see. Oh, Starry Nebula said, every time I say I'm cold in my dream, you wake up. That's interesting. I have a thing where if I happen to have a light that won't go on in my dream, and then I'll know that I'm dreaming. It's a dreaming thing. I've trained myself to recognize that, oh, that's a dream, and I've woken up and had a lucid dream because of that. If only that happened more often. That's why you want to do the hand thing, because and I was telling the class this on Sunday. Yeah, I actually do the looking at the hand thing, because this is to test when you realize that you're in a dream and you're like, am I lucid dreaming? And you try that and you see if you can go through. I did the holding the nose and breathing when I went lucid. It was the first thing I did. I reached for my nose and I'm like, oh, I can breathe. And it was just incredible. But you want to do the looking at the hands throughout the day as the trigger to train yourself, dependent on whether or not I dream about a live stream. Never mind. I looked down, it said live stream. Whether or not there's a light that doesn't go on. And I don't want to wait for that. That doesn't happen a lot. That's why you do the hand thing, because you can train yourself more to do that.
Yeah.
I want
to. And you want to have that critical intent when you do it, to make sure, because if you just do it,
Yeah. You look like this. I look at the backs of my hands. That's funny. I go like this. But
I like looking at the lines on my hands.
That's good. Well, I look here and I look at my rings and I'm like, yes, I touch my rings and I'm like, okay, yeah. And I look around. Yeah, you can't just go, oh, it's time to look at my hands and then go back to chopping vegetables. That's not going to work. You have to really consider, like really think, am I actually, dreaming or not? There's a lot more comments going on in here.
Carrie says, I know I'm dreaming because I can't look into a mirror without getting shot into the ether.
Wow, yeah. Carrie has told me about the not being able to look into a mirror thing. But I'm seeing another comment. Sometimes I go to sleep in my dream and I have another dream in it. It gets really weird trying to wake up. That's funny. Carrie. Here, whoops. there's a lot of comments going on in here. Um, John said, when I was younger, I was able to wake up and go back to sleep and step right back into the dream I was having. I have done that too, but
It
that's
seems like
different.
that's pretty frequent with everybody. I've
Um,
had a lot of people tell me that.
yeah, that you can. I think it depends on how awake you got, like whatever woke you up and how awake you were. If you're still kind of in that sleepy stage, I think it's easy just to fall right back into it. It's kind of like when you have sleep
Yeah.
paralysis. If you try, I know for me, if I shake myself out of it, because sleep paralysis really scares me. I'm not able to control that fear um, to enough to try to sink into it. I can't. I just fight it. And if I am able to get out of it, but I don't get up and walk a few feet, I'll go right back down into it, into sleep paralysis again. And I'll just go over and over and over with that cycle of it until I finally get out of bed and walk around a bit. Um, so,
I
oh,
see Jamie says, I look at the faces of people and when I see them change, that's when it clicks, which that's interesting.
wow, yeah. But James also said, I wish I had an Hyperion name to put on mine, but I don't have one yet. What do you mean by that? Um, do you do you mean on your certificate? Um, you can, yeah.
Every
Every
time you
time
say certificate,
it's going to be shown.
beautiful.
It is beautiful. Um, oh, your dream
Yeah, he said,
characters, Kai's dream characters have told him that that they dream, meta dreaming. Wow, that's interesting. Um,
yeah, Jamie said to put on his certificate.
oh, good night, Angela. I don't know if you're still here, but you said that yeah, you were tired. See you tomorrow. Um, let me see what who else. I think sometimes they're talking to each other. So,
Yeah.
oh, okay.
Thank you,
Hi,
Pooks.
hi, Kay. Oh, did somebody send a
Oh,
comment?
yeah. Pook said, wow, that's a beautiful certificate. Thank you.
It is. It's gorgeous. Philip designed that. Um, Kay Taylor said, I can float around my house only a few times. I get afraid and wake up. Darn. Because
Hmm.
that would be cool. I know I hate it when I get afraid of something and then it pops me out of the thing, you
Almost
know.
like it's too exhilarating.
Yeah. Um, yes, it is shiny. Um, Oh, Randall, that's interesting. Mostly I realize I'm in a dream because I have a telepathic relationship with everything. I realize that I'm generating the narrative. Then the first thing I do is levitate an object to confirm it. That's cool.
I wish I could do
I
that.
know.
Hmm. Cassidy says I can just hold it up the rest of the stream. I
Yeah.
could.
Or the soap is dope sign,
Yeah,
which
or
is,
the Shope is
yeah, you
dope, which is
just,
what JS Clay always says. Hashtag Shope is dope.
um,
I only did that for you, JS.
Kai says, I want to purposely have an out of body experience, but not right now. I would love to have that, uh,
Yeah, that would
have
be
that
interesting.
experience. Yeah. My husband has had very cool out of body experiences when he was much younger, and he wasn't thrilled about it. He didn't plan on doing it, but I would love to have that. And I think uh, when you have sleep paralysis, I think you can induce that. But as I said, I hate sleep paralysis so much, and I just fight against it. A friend of mine had said you if you go with it, you can induce an OB. Um, oh, that's very
So
cool. The apps. The Epsilon blue. Sorry, I have the hiccups. One time I saw a tree that was grown all the way high in the sky, miles tall. I got lucid and excited for like 15 seconds, and then your body woke up. Yeah, my first lucid dream, I was so excited. I bounded through the house and lost it, came back again, and I was somewhere else in the house, and just looking at everything and realizing how real it was. I was back in my old house that I grew up in, and I was like, oh, look at that door. The bathroom door was one of those Dutch doors. It had the upper and the bottom part. And I remember just looking at the carpeting and looking at the banister, and it didn't last very long, unfortunately. It was the same thing. Too excited, woke up.
Yeah. Thank you for the super chat, Jamie.
Oh, that's so nice. And you're going to get a nice frame. Yeah, the frames should be pretty easy because the size is a normal sheet of paper size. So it's
just on a little bit nicer paper.
Yeah, it looks like really nice paper, actually.
Yeah.
Okay. I can see people asleep and try and call to them. Then I realized that what I'm doing, and you get afraid. Oh, these are people obviously who are asleep in your dream. Oh, see, yeah, the fear in dreaming, and what that means and what it keeps you from experiencing is a very interesting topic to me. Maybe we can talk about that sometime. Just dreams in general. I knew people like this topic. That was why it was a really fun one, especially after that last session where, you and I were both so happy with how that went. And
yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
And it's great that everybody felt so comfortable because a few of us shared our experiences with lucid dreaming and dreams. And so
Yeah.
that's really great when you have that kind of environment where people can kind
Yeah.
of share a little bit of their experiences while also taking in the information and kind of
Yeah.
examining that in a
Yeah.
rational way.
Yeah. And, talking about the techniques, the journaling and the intent, focusing, all of those things too, were a good, especially the journaling, I think,
Yeah.
is a really important one. And I have been lax on that recently. You don't have to have a super fancy book. I have the same one you have. But I haven't started using it yet because it's so precious. But
Yeah.
I know. But you want to get something that the one I have, I do enjoy writing in. But yeah, you don't want to use just little scraps of paper because
I even draw in mine sometimes.
yeah, I love that. Yeah, you showed that the other day in the class, and that's awesome. It's nice being able to do that. That's why it's nice to have those pages. That's a
Yeah.
really good quality journal. I know. I wish that they were available again.
But
Oh,
I didn't mean to interrupt you. You were saying you don't just want to use a few scraps of paper because you want to connect with your dream
yes.
journal.
Yes, that's an important point. You want it to be something because it's a journal. It's your record that you can go back and look through. And what was it? Somebody in the class asked about that specifically, uh, the meaning of a particular dream, and would it have a connection to another dream if you dreamt the same thing again. And it was another reason why you do want to keep the journals, because you can go back and check your previous ones, see if was there something different about it. You want to check it's like a diary of but just of your dreams, and you don't keep all of that in your head. You want to be able to go back and see what kind of changes, or maybe if you've dreamt about a particular um, item or person, something, an event of some sort, and if it sort of keeps happening, I know this happens to me. Um, you want to know, what does this mean, and how has it changed over time, perhaps. What did Jamie say? Has anyone seen? Oh gosh, has anyone seen the Shadow Man in the Hat in this during sleep paralysis? One of my things that I hate sleep paralysis for is because of I've never had a visual hallucination, but I have had auditory ones, and it's very freaky. I've heard people walking around, And once this was, many, many years ago when I lived in my parents' house, and I was taking a nap and I heard my father come home and walk in the house downstairs and say something, start talking on the phone or something. And it was so real. And then when I woke up, he wasn't home. He hadn't come home. And it was just
Hmm.
hallucinated. Yeah. So I only had auditory hallucinations. I think visual ones would be really terrifying.
Yeah. Yeah,
Um,
sorry about that, Katrina. The journal is still out of stock, but keep in mind you don't have to have something super expensive to connect with. I know these ones are really nice that were offered in the online store, but if you can find something that you connect with, make it really special for you so you want to journal in it.
Honestly, I have a lot of journals because they're beautiful. And I actually bought some that Carrie had made. Carrie makes, this is a plug. This is a plug for Carrie. She's not expecting this, but she makes beautiful handmade journals. And I have one of hers. Um, John said, Tesla said he did most of his work while lucid dreaming. I have not heard that, but that's pretty interesting. Um, oh, here we go. Starry Nebula says, has anyone ever shared a dream with a close loved one on accident or on purpose? And Morg just talked about this the other day. Somebody asked him, can you share a dream world? And you can. I have heard of that. Um, I have never had that experience as far as I know. Um, but you can. I don't know how you would initiate. You'd have to be pretty um, in control. Like for me, lucid dreaming is still something that's I don't have a lot of control over. And
Yeah, I
you
would
know,
say the same for me.
yeah, I want to do more. I have kind of let that drop. Recently, I've started up again with. The intent is very important. I did not do the times I've done it. I did not do the wake up and fall back asleep. I haven't tried that yet, and I've heard
Mm.
from some people that is what does it for them.
Yeah,
Um,
and that's what works best for me in the few times that I've been able to go lucid, to the certain degree, the wake up back to bed method, like what we talked about when I was kind of doing my recap lecture. That's what works best for me.
yeah, I think that's one that a lot of people who if they have trouble with it, would definitely want to try because I think it's
Yeah.
one that offers more likelihood. Another thing that was interesting to talk about, but would also be fun to have another chat about would be archetypes, meeting archetypes in dreams. And because I think it's an interesting question. I think somebody asked that in the class, how do you know if it's an archetype? Or was that might have been another question I read somewhere else. But that might be a fun discussion someday for a live stream or in a secret or a live stream or something. Um, wow. Okay. Oh, the Epsilon said, I don't have scary dreams as much anymore. It's usually just about solving problems. Oh, yeah. So I've had that too, where you get fixated on trying to solve a problem and it ends up in your dream because your unconscious is working on it. Um,
Yeah.
oh, Antichrist said, I got a Sticks and Twine dream journal. It's beautiful. Yeah, that's the name of Carrie's store. It's Sticks and Twine. And uh, you can find it on, if you're interested, you can find it on Facebook, but also I think Carrie has also an Instagram page for that, and also mentions it on her own Instagram page where you could find or
Yeah.
just message her.
And I
But
don't have one, but I've seen many of the ones that she's made, and they're gorgeous.
yeah, I have two. And they are absolutely beautiful. Um, plus all sorts of other things. Yes, Scorpio says sleep paralysis is actually not fun. No, not. I don't like it. I don't know anybody who does like it, frankly. It's just how you're able to deal with it and whether you're able to utilize it for something that would be interesting and productive for you. That I would like to be able to do. I'd like to be able to harness that. Um, Oh, Morg said she made me a beautiful one as well. Yes.
Oh, that's very nice.
Yeah. Oh, did Norea come in? Is Velvet?
Hi, Noria.
Oh, look. Is that Velvet? Is that Velvet Tears?
No,
Is
their name is also Norea, but this is a different Norea.
Oh, okay. Oh, is this Brie? I think it is. Hi. Regardless, hello. Um yeah, Carrie's so powerful, but she can hear the thoughts you write. Carrie's very powerful.
Wouldn't
I
that be interesting?
Carrie, yeah, we've Carrie's awesome.
Yeah, we
Um,
love Carrie.
we love Carrie, and yes, and Carrie is the person who is going to um do our get our the registration page going for enrollment, and we will be putting that link through. But just remember, hyperiansource.com is our website, and there's a tab called education, and it's just follow the links and you can find it.
That's right.
Oh,
Cynthia said Velvet
Nevea.
Tears is Nevea.
Yeah, Nevea,
Yeah.
Nevea. Right. Yes, thank you for that. Um,
So
and
did
yes,
you want to go through some of the details for the next course again?
I think we should do that because we're getting
Okay.
close to the end of this and of our time. And
Yeah. So
yes,
I
and we
just
will.
wanted to remind everybody of those dates, which is from 4/17 to 7/17, and that's the next course. And all of this is on that education page
Yep.
that we'll be posting links for. And so enrollment opens this Friday and it will close on the 31st. And so we have more time this time for this go around for
Yeah.
people to sign up. So you kind of can think about it, read the information, and the syllabus is also available on that education page. So you can see all of the material that we're going to be going through.
Yeah. If you, yeah, you can just download it. It's PDF. You can read the syllabus. We will have all of the actual dates listed, so you can check every one. It's not every Sunday. There's a few where it skips one, but you can check to make sure that you can make it to at least 8 of the classes, and then you'll be okay. And oh, Melinda said I have another video call right now. Oh, bye, Melinda. I'm so glad that you came.
Bye.
Thank you
Thank
so
you for
much.
coming.
Um, yeah, so you'll be able to check all of those dates and to make sure that you can make it. And let me see. We are accepting more participants, so there's not so much franticness. You can use your phone. Don't worry about having to have a computer.
And remember, everybody who enrolls will get an email, so be sure to check your spam folder.
Yes, we have.
You will either be accepted or you will get put on the wait list.
Yeah, and you will be notified. And if you don't hear back, it's because either the email you gave us wasn't correct, or it's gone into your spam folders, because we had that issue last time and it was very frustrating. We had a couple people didn't realize that we had emailed them back. So that's why we say yes, everybody gets an email. And yeah, and then there's just oh, excuse me, the paying through PayPal, which we still have to test, but I'm sure that it will be fine. And I think we should probably end on just saying that we hope we have convinced quite a few of you, if not all of you, that you need to come to Philip's course. You need to come
Yeah, I'd
because
be excited to have you as participants.
yeah, and you will not find a more compassionate and like open and kind and very informative and very articulate teacher. So
And
then
thank you
Philip,
for that.
you're welcome. So I
Yeah,
think
and I'm very open to anonymous questions too. So, like what Susan was saying, I'm very open. You can always message me on Discord as well, and I can bring anonymous questions to the group, and then we can go over those without names. So, there's
that's
lots of
yep.
opportunity in this course.
Yep, that's always an option, the anonymous question. So, if you still don't want to ask in class, then absolutely. So Bye, Philip, and then in Susan too. And farewell and dream good, folks. Yes, everybody. Thank you so much for coming. Thank you for the people
Yes,
who super
thank you so
chatted.
much.
Thank you to our new members. We really appreciate it. This was fun, and I'm
Yeah.
so sorry. I'm sorry about the technical difficulties. I take full responsibility for that. But we really hope that that you guys will register, will enroll for the next one, and it's going to be just as awesome and as the one that we're doing now. So good night, everybody. Hello and goodbye
Good
to the
night,
people that I
everybody.
didn't say hello to. And yeah, take care. And we will probably be having our end of stream in a few weeks, end of month live stream. So goodbye, goodbye. Thank you very much.
Thank you, everybody.
Bye. Oh, whoops.